Hey, Mahani, where are we?
We've arrived in Granada.
Cold Granada. There's snow on the mountains.
Yep. And we caught the Renfer train. It was 18 euros each, about an hour and a half from Cordoba. It was great.
It was a great train. Yeah, I really recommend this train. But it's raining here and there's snow all around us, so this should be exciting. My gorgeous. Are you getting wet?
Yeah, I'm getting my hat.
But more importantly, up there on the mountaintop over there is the snow. Look at that.
Snowing in Granada. Well, that's it. What's that? Sierra
Nevada. I think it's the Sierra Nevada mountains, yeah.
Didn't expect to see snow on the mountains.
No, I didn't expect to see snow in Granada. I was thinking Switzerland was the first time we're going to see snow. Let's go and find the bus.
Yeah.
So while we're walking to our bus, there's the Nachi trees again. Check that out. Very cool, just like Cordoba. So we found our bus quite easily, but it is very full. And how much is the bus? €1.
€1.60 each.
It's a little bit more expensive than Madrid.
Yeah, €1.50 in Madrid.
Yeah, so we're heading towards our stop. Let's hope we found our accommodation as easily as we found the bus. So our first fountain and statue is this one of some guy kneeling before a queen, and we don't know what it is yet. Yeah, so we'll figure that out as time goes. But just to show you that we are in Granada. Look at all the people, a lot busier than Cordoba, it feels like. It kind of got a bit of a feel of Madrid so far.
Granada's a big city, though, from what I've read.
Okay.
It's not Cordoba.
Not Cordoba. So I have not a clue where Cindy has booked us, but it looks quite nice up here. So, we're Campo del Principe.
And it,
Apartments.
It looks like a quiet area.
Yeah.
So that's good.
So,
Let's go and check out the room.
yeah. How do we put our code in? Oh, there's a code box there.
Yeah, you've got the code.
Okay. So we've arrived, and Antonia has showed us our room. Hello, Antonia. Hola. And look at our room. It is so nice. Thank you so much. This is beautiful. And we're on the 3rd floor.
Thank you, Antonia.
Thanks, Antonia. And there's our lounge. And the wine is even for us. And this is incredible. Hello, everybody. You can see me in the mirror there. And 2 singles, my honey. You're very happy. Cindy's happy. The beds have been very small. And then we've got a nice shower. Oh, this is amazing. Hello, everybody. Very happy here. Excellent place. So, guys, I have to tell you this. Cindy has really outdone herself with this booking. We did it on booking.com. The other two have been the first in Madrid and Cordoba. We did Airbnb, which was really nice. But this is amazing. This is next level. Show us what they've given us. They've given us coffees.
Also just to say, for 3 nights here, it cost us €185.
Okay, which is cheap for Spain.
We got a coffee machine.
So we'll put a recommendation for this place in the description, because this is next level, yeah.
Oh, and this place is within a 10-minute walk to the Alhambra.
Yeah,
which is like the main tourist attraction.
Yeah, and this is.
And look, we got coffee pods and a coffee machine.
Okay.
That's cool.
Oh, that is so cool. No, this is well done. I have to say, online in front of everybody, my honey, you have done excellently.
Yeah, I can't get it right every time, but this time I got it right.
Yeah. So we've just started wandering around Granada, and already there's one of these old water things where you can fill up your water, and it's just lovely, eh?
It is nice. That water looks lovely and fresh.
Yeah, will you drink from there?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Right here near where we're staying is this little monument, and it's called the Favors Christ. And the tradition is that you can ask him 3 favors on the first Friday of Easter, I think it is. So I think I'm not sure how old it is, if any of you know how old it is, but there he is there, the Favors Christ. Beautiful, hey? So in our neighborhood, we're just looking for a shopping center, but if you can see, there's a bit of street art and that. Look at these narrow alleys. After quite a walk, about a 14-minute walk, we found Cindy's favorite place in Spain so far, the Mercadona shopping mall.
Grocery shopping.
Yeah, grocery shopping. So we're going to go get some groceries for the next 3 days. And here's the bridge. I think this is, I'm not sure which bridge this is. We'll have to, I think this is the Romano Bridge, the Roman bridge. Let me just find out. Google is our friend. I knew about this bridge. It's called the Roman Bridge, the Punto Romano. But from what I understand, it wasn't built by the Romans. It was built in the 12th century. And it's called the Roman Bridge because of the style, which is using arches. So that bridge is from the 12th century. It's probably the most famous bridge in Granada, yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so it's a 12th century bridge.
Sure.
So it either is lions, we think, bears, or monkeys. We're not sure. But there is the date of the bridge, 1685 at the bottom, right at the bottom in the right-hand corner. So we're on our way to the Alhambra ticket office. We're hoping we can get tickets because it looks like it gets booked up a month in advance.
So if you want to go, book in advance.
Yeah, so we're heading to the ticket office in one of these little red buses that goes around the small streets. It's not a big bus, and it takes us to the ticket office. So we're at the Alhambra, but we've had such terrible news. You've got to book a month in advance to get into the actual palace.
At least a month, and you have to book online. But the lady said to us just to keep checking.
Because there are cancellations.
But I don't know.
Yeah, so we're here for 3 days. Not one of those 3 days can we get into this. Who knew?
There are a couple of free areas, so we're going to go and try and look at those.
But how I'm shattered because that's one thing I wanted to do. Yeah.
Oh well.
Anyway, it is what it is.
Let's do the free stuff.
Yeah. So they said we've got to keep on looking every day. Tickets might come available. But in the meantime, we're going to try. There is a free section.
There's a couple of free sections apparently.
So we're going to try and look at the free sections. Get in here, see as much as we can. Can't explain the disappointment I feel right now. But that's part of traveling. You don't know everything, eh?
But I think some of these major sites in Europe, book ahead of time.
Yeah. So we're in the free section where you get to wander around the gardens and hopefully get a view of the palace. And we're going to go and look at the view. Look at the huge guns here and the palace walls.
Oh, look at those ruins down there.
Oh wow, look at that. Down into the forest here overlooking the city of Granada. So the Alhambra was built in the 13th century as a Muslim military fortress and that. And it was built on top of Roman ruins.
Yeah, and it's one of the most preserved Islamic architectural structures in the world. I think they said.
That's quite incredible, eh?
Yeah.
So sadly, it's raining quite heavily.
Again. The rain in Spain.
That is the back end of the beginning of the Alhambra Palaces. So that literally, the whole reason we came to Granada is that. No, there's a lot more to see.
There is stuff we can.
I got to be positive.
Yeah,
Cindy says, and there's the cathedral. We're going to go in the cathedral just now.
You know, I have to say something.
Yeah.
In life, there are going to be many disappointments in your life.
Yeah.
And you just got to go with the flow.
Yeah, especially when traveling, you know.
Yeah, there's going to be disappointments, but we just have to push through and carry on and actually enjoy what we can enjoy.
There's no way we could have foreseen that you got to book a month in advance to get a ticket.
Some people obviously did.
Yeah. And that building over there, we're going to try and get in there just now, is the museum, Del Alhambra. So that's the museum. A whole lot of people, I think there are a lot of people, but there are a lot of people wandering around the free areas because I think they're in exactly the same boat we're in. Yeah. Let's go and look at the cathedral. So the Iglesia del Alhambra was originally a mosque built in the 1300s, and then it became a cathedral built on top of that in the 1500s. So this was originally a mosque and now a cathedral. We're now at the Bano de la Mesquita, Legado. So let's just go and have a look what this is. Oh wow, look at this. This looks, I'll tell you what this is just now. This is lovely. So this is the Bano de la Mesquita. I'm probably saying it wrong again. And it was the baths for the mosque. It's for where the guys used to come and wash before prayers and that. Yeah. But the thing that really makes me excited is the roof. It's just beautiful.
There's some mosaic on the wall here too.
Oh, is there? Okay. Yeah, Cindy found some mosaic. Look at that.
Call it mosaic.
Yeah,
tiles.
that would be tiles.
Yeah.
That's the original
Still
Muslim tiles.
Left on the wall.
That's so cool. So Dane and Cindy doing the free things again, but not through our choice this time. But I'll tell you what, it's still lovely.
Yeah, well, we've only just started. I mean, we're just going to walk around.
Yeah.
And they say.
And how much is a ticket? It's
So
19.
the cheapest ticket we could find is a general ticket for 19 euros.
Yeah, but that's for 1 month's time.
And it's a self-guided, but there's
Yeah.
much more expensive ones with guides and different, various different options.
Yeah, in the same Alhambra area is a little shop that does mosaic work. So there's a guy working on the mosaics. So it looks lovely. There he is. Yeah, here's all the work they do. So look at that. Oh, is that the chessboard?
Chessboard.
Oh, look at that. That's beautiful, hey? Hey?
Sure.
Yeah, here's one of the guys doing work. Intricate. Sure. Amazing. So here's a bit of a view into the gardens of the Alhambra. Lady viewing. And there's down there's the palaces. You can see the little water, the ponds and all of that down there. And people touring around. Absolutely beautiful. So we're at the Museo del Alhambra, the Museum of the Alhambra, and beautiful buildings. So there's Cindy up there. Oh, this is beautiful, hey? Wow, look at this. Wonder what this was.
Chairs and everything.
Sure, this is really special. Wow, look at that. So in the museum, it's free, but the art doesn't have anything to actually, no direct, it's not directly with the Alhambra, but it's just just another thing to...
Something interesting, they give you a packet for your umbrella.
Yeah. So, but it is lovely. Look at this artwork here. There's the Virgin and the Christ on the cross. Look at that, some beautiful works of art here. I love art. Oh, look at this sculpture in front. Beautiful. Some more sculptures. Some amazing Spanish works of art here that goes through the centuries. So from all the way, some old ones as well.
All between the 15 and 1600s.
Yeah. That's a cool one. The drunken dude and his wife. Or somebody looking at him. That's a really powerful one over there. That's a really lovely one. The Moors coming to almost pay tribute. Very powerful. Just look how real the candles look on that painting of the dancing. Here's just a view from the top. Cindy's overheating. Hey, my honey, we had to be quiet in the art. Everybody's very quiet in the art gallery.
I'm overheating. I have to get out of it. It's the only thing in Europe. Everything is, when you go inside,
It's boiling hot.
boiling hot, and you've got all these clothes on.
We're in the museum part of the area, actually, and that's an old Quran there. Ancient Quran from, I think it says, I'm not sure of the date. So here's the interior of the museum. Little displays everywhere. Looks like the Roman ruins. Different artifacts. This is also for free, this section. It's quite nice, eh? The art museum and this is for free.
You're getting to see a little bit of something.
No, well, I'm still not getting to see the Alhambra, but it's fine. At least I'm getting to see something. So here's a ancient drinking trough from the late 10th century, huh? Yeah. And look at this wood with this old wood with the carvings. Intricate carvings. Absolutely Incredible. So this chair here, this folding chair, was used as a throne in about 1380. It was used as a Nazareth throne. So there's outside the museum at the Alhambra area here is a bit of a demonstration. And there's even the TV cameras are here, it looks like, over there. Yeah, there's a TV camera there. It must be a political thing or a lot of women, no? A few men. A lot of noise just now, so I don't know what that is. Welcome to Spain, my honey. Rain and demonstrations, floods.
Who knows?
There's one of the gates at the Alhambra Palaces here. And then look up to the walls there. Very, very pretty around here.
Let's go and have a look at the view.
Yeah, let's go and have a look at the view. Hey, my gorgeous, there's a glimpse of the castle. So as you can see, the Alhambra Palace is under a little bit of renovations, but here's some of the gardens. It is winter here, but we're getting some of the best views of it. We've got to get across onto that mountain, they say, to get the best views of the Alhambra. But look at that, hey? Getting to see a little bit of it. So it seems like we've done the most we can on the free part, eh?
But we can go to the viewpoint.
Yeah, so that's just such a lovely gate there. So, yeah, let's. We can go to the viewpoint. They say you get a beautiful view of the Alhambra.
Yeah, let's go and do that.
Okay. This gate, we think, is the Puerto de la Justice. It's a tower here. It's quite magnificent. Hey? Sure. Look at that.
Beautiful.
So should we go and try and find a viewpoint?
Let's try.
Sure. Look at that, eh?
That's beautiful.
Under the castle walls. Look at that. It's just gorgeous around here. As we're going looking for the viewpoint of the Alhambra, we've come across, there's an old castle up on the hill there. But the more important thing is this old gateway. It was built in 1536. So that must have been another part of a wall. That castle was probably part of that. So that castle is probably part of this gateway.
This whole complex, Alhambra, is huge.
Yeah.
I did not realize how big it is.
Yeah, we've been walking, and just above Cindy, it's still towering up over us. Yeah, so if you're going to do the Alhambra, you're going to need probably a whole day, I think.
If you've got tickets, I reckon a whole day just to explore not only the palace and all of that, but around the outside.
Yeah. That's the gate from the other side. So it's quite a pretty gate there with walls leading up to that castle that dominates on that little hill over there. Look at these cobble streets that we're on. And then look at these homes built up here. Lovely, eh? As we're wandering around, the rain started again, but look at this cool little river flowing through here and all the shops. And hey, this is lovely, eh?
Like a little square.
Little square. You can imagine when the sun's shining. There's the obligatory church behind us. Very beautiful. There's a better view of the church. So we found a place that you can get last minute tickets. This Play Granada, they probably buy in bulk. But they want to charge what a normal ticket is only €19, and you get to see the Nazareth Palace and everything. And these guys want to charge €35.
And you can't even get to see the Nazareth Palace.
Because it's sold out until
May.
May.
And it's March, beginning of March now.
Yeah, so that's crazy. And the rain is now really coming down.
Man, there's cars coming behind you.
Okay. So we have found a coffee shop. And let's just go in here. Yeah, Cindy over here. We've got the lovely meats and everything hanging here. Coffee is over there. There she is. So this is quite nice, eh?
Yeah,
check out the pork hanging. I still can't get used to that. It's like, check out all the pork hanging here.
One thing you find in Spain is their cured meats.
They love it.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great coffee. Cindy's got Wi-Fi, and you get to watch the people walking past.
It's looks like the cheapest coffee ever, €1.80.
Yeah, and we came in to escape the rain. The rain stopped and now the sun's shining, so we're missing the best part of the day. So here in the coffee shop, you literally walk over ruins. I don't know what ruins they are, but here's the coffee tables to get to the toilet. It's incredible. Again, as we've said many times, there is a beautiful church. I don't know anything about it. There doesn't seem to be any. I even looked on Google Maps what it is. But there's a church. But look at the top of the hill there as well.
Is that part of the castle?
That's part of the castle, yeah. That's part of the Alhambra up there, I think. The church I was showing you just now was built in the 1500s and is on the site of where a mosque did previously to that. So this is a beautiful church.
Once again, it's just history on every corner.
Yeah. Yay, the sun is out. But look at this, guys. Look how stunning this place is. It really is. And then over here, you would just, yeah, it's just a city that keeps on giving in terms of beauty and that. Look at the river down there.
Look at the sun on my face.
Well, let's have a look, swiveling around to see Cindy.
The sun on my face.
The sun on her
I haven't
face.
felt the sun on my face in a long time.
Yeah, she even having to close her eyes. Here's such a stunning view of the Alhambra. Look at that. Look at that. Hey? How cool is that?
We get to see it.
We get to see it. They say this is the best view, so I believe. Very, very cool. Oh, that castle we did see was the Alhambra. It wasn't the other little castle. With, you see it's got the flags and the bell on top.
Yes.
I just want to tell you this. I still think you're more beautiful than the castle.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. I really, really do.
Are you wanting a beer or something?
Yeah, I'm needing a beer. But look at that, my honey. That is insane. But it's if you want to get in there, guys, hear from Dane and Cindy right now. Midlife Travel Tales tells you got to book over a month in advance.
Yeah. Well, yeah, 2 months would probably be better.
Yeah, I think it sounds like it's till the end of May that's fully
Yeah.
booked. So we're in March, and that's May. So, guys, it's not every day we get to have a picnic. Hey, my honey?
In front of the Alhambra.
Alhambra. Look at that. There's the Alhambra. That's our view for lunch. Best view in town, hey? Jeez. That is amazing. So, guys, that is our picnic spot. My honey, the food was better than the view.
I made it with love.
We just wandering the narrow streets of Granada and just finding cool things.
Imagine living there.
Jeez.
Imagine living in one of these homes. Eh?
Yeah. Probably go mad with all the tourists wandering around, but it's quite empty today. Yeah, this section. Certain sections are very, very full. Check here with the flowers and everything. Up ahead of you. Another.
Nachi trees.
Oh, and there's a little. Check at that. Nachi trees and a fountain. Check at that. So up ahead of us is the Iglesia de San Juan de los Reyes. And we'll find some more info about it when we get there, what age, it's a church, iglesia, but it's one of the things to see, I believe. And this seems to be the best view of it. So this church, this iglesia, was originally a mosque and then was converted to a church and was the first Christian church to be consecrated in the city of Granada by the Catholic monarchs. How cool is that? So this is the first Christian church in the city of Granada.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And we found it.
And we found it.
Because there's so much to find here.
Yeah, and you literally walk past churches all the time. You wouldn't have said about this one.
No.
Check out this beautiful home.
It's got a lovely view of the
Yeah,
Alhambra.
let's have has it got nice views?
Yeah. Look at that.
Oh, wow. Let's go and have a look. So that's the view. This is your home. So we're now at the Mirador San Nicholas, which had a old citadel here that was from the 8th century. Wow. And it's
making it the oldest settlement, Islamic settlement in the city.
Yeah, so let's go and have a look at the views. There's people here compared to the other one we were at. Big cross here. People selling stuff. People contemplating life. And there it is again. But from here, we also get a view of the city of Granada down there. So there's the whole city of Granada. There's the Alhambra. But the thing you get from here that you couldn't see elsewhere, up in the mountains there, on the tops of the mountains, you can see the snow. So that's amazing. And there's restaurants all around here and that as well. So there's snow on the mountains, so it is a bit chilly. But look at that. Yeah.
There's a lot of coffee shops.
So as Cindy was saying, if you come to one of these restaurants, hey Marnie, you can?
Yeah, I would have coffee up here.
Yeah.
You've got a lovely view.
That's your view over the city and over the Alhambra. And the sun is shining. You can even see the snow. Here we're just wandering around. There's another gateway into another thing. There's a guy busking. And it comes out here to this little square. Hey, how cool is that? Hey? How cool is that? A little gateway into this area of the city.
Another little plaza.
Yeah, another little plaza. Look at this. This is very beautiful. Check at the Muslim windows and that. Jeez, this is absolutely... We're just finding these places along the way. There's a little plaza ahead of us. There looks to be fires and restaurants and heaters. So this is the little plaza we've just found. I'll tell you the name now. So Mahani, this is Plaza Lager. And during summer and that, they put out all the umbrellas and the trees. And
I think summer's very different
to
what we're seeing now. It can be a completely different vibe. Everything.
Yeah, but it's still lovely. Look at the homes around here. Very cool. So if you do walk around the city on a Sunday, much like Cordoba, a lot of the stuff is free that you usually pay for.
So Sunday's a good day to come.
Yeah, so Sunday's the day to come. But look at the lovely cobblestone streets we're walking along, and we're going to start slowly making our way back to our flat and have a rest.
We've got to climb all the way down the hill.
Yeah. So we found a stunning viewpoint here of Granada. Look at this. They're stretching out. There's all churches, a lot of churches in there. Eh?
It's a big city.
Big city, eh? As we're walking back to our neighborhood, just look at that. There's 1, 2, and then I'm going to go around the corner here. Keep walking, my honey. I want to show everybody. So that's just 2 huge churches, 3 over there. That's just the churches I can see. And then right ahead of us is 4. That's 4 huge churches within like a...
Right in front of us.
Yeah, one of those churches would be considered huge anywhere else, but there's 4 lovely ones and old ones you can see. Quite incredible. And all on the cobblestones here. So this is La Ciudad. It's got a long name. I'll have to go and zoom in on it now. But it was a Franciscan church built in the 1500s in memory of a Franciscan priest who was martyred for preaching Christ before the city became Christian. So it's called La Ciudad Renacentista y Barroca. I think that's Iglesia de San Gregorio Batico. So it's probably Iglesia de San Gregorio Batico. And this is the lovely little plaza that it empties onto. A little restaurant here. Buildings we're going to head off. So yeah, we're going to have a beer here. Looking down this beautiful street. We're just going to have a beer with the old church opposite us. There's the old church I was just showing you there. Right behind us. What a lovely spot, eh? Look at the view. I've got to show you the view again. Looking down that street. So that's so cool. So we're having a beer, and they brought us like a free tapas. It looks like a paella.
Yeah, that looks good.
It looks good. And but look, this is where we're sitting, guys. There's this cobblestone streets, people coming up. This looks beautiful with the lights hanging there. This is a real fantastic scene from Granada. This is a very cool little street. Lots of little shops and restaurants and places you can have coffee. Hey, this is nice. This is your kind of thing.
Yeah, I love looking at the shops.
Look at this one inside here. That looks like another shisha bar. Restaurante. A lot of restaurants.
It's a cool little street. Wow.
Quite Islamic, this street, eh?
Very, yeah.
Yeah. What's this place? Yeah.
Oh, all the other little, you can hear the music
Yeah.
too.
Let's have a look in here.
Looks great.
Hola.
Hola.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in Turkey.
Yeah, I feel like it literally feels like
like I'm in
Turkey, huh?
Turkey.
Yeah, this feels like Turkey.
Like little Turkey.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, look at the pastries there.
Baklava.
Oh, they've got baklava.
That looks like baklava.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cindy's doing some shopping. Which one do you prefer?
I like that. How lovely
That
is
one.
that?
I like that one, yeah.
What's it? 4
€4. Yeah, 2 4s, 80 Rand. Oh, it's not bad at all. Or the light blue one is quite nice as well.
This one.
This one next to it. That one.
I think I prefer the turquoise.
Okay.
Shall I get it?
Yeah, I get it. Why not? So we're in this little shop.
Just be careful though.
And
not to
yeah. But look, it's got
like these
the
little-
balconies, and we'll film it on the way out.
How cool would this be for a picture?
Okay. So there's a picture. Cindy, stand up straight, money. There we go. So this is the shop we're in.
These like carpets.
There's carpets.
Yeah, that's lovely. Look at that.
That's beautiful. So this guy's allowed us to explore his shop. Is that the way out?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah. So here we are coming down into the bottom half of the shop. Sure, look at this. I feel like I'm in Turkey.
Yeah, that's what I said to him.
Yeah.
I said it feels like Turkey.
Yeah. And there we go. We're heading out back into the street.
We keep saying we're going home.
Yeah.
And we get distracted.
And the camera's running flat on battery. Check. The music's ending as I'm coming out into the street.
Thank you.
Oh, that was great, eh?
Where did we come from? Down here.
Yeah. So, guess what, guys? Dane and Cindy are out after dark
At night.
at night. This
That's
doesn't happen
unheard of.
often, yeah. But look at that beautiful fountain at night. We saw it during the day as we entered here, but look at that at night. That's beautiful, eh?
There's a whole new world happening out here at night.
Beautiful. And let's hope the rain holds off.
Well, so far so good.
Yeah. So here we are wandering around at night. There's Cindy. But what's cool is up on the hill there, that's the Alhambra. And then what's even cooler
As you can see the moon.
is for about the first time in a week we can see a bit of the moon. So that's great. Hey? It's different being out at night in Spain. A lot of people around, eh?
Yeah, well, I think it's quite normal for normal people, but we're
Yeah,
not
but
quite-
we believe they only start their meal at 8 o'clock,
Yeah.
8 till 10.
8 till 10.
Yeah, which is very different to us. We
Yeah.
eat way earlier.
And we were in bed earlier.
Yeah, the culture's very different, but we trying to embrace the culture. And we believe around here there might be free flamenco dancing just now. So
That's what we've come for.
that's
But I
what we've
don't know.
come for. But we'll wander up, go and have a look at some
I don't know if
churches
I'll be
and
able
that.
to stay up that long. I'm already like feeling
Yeah.
like I could fade.
Well, we've walked about 15 kilometers today, or 12 kilometers today.
No wonder
so-
I'm exhausted.
Yeah. So this is Plaza Nueva, and they say the flamenco dancers come here,
Yeah.
but there's a beautiful fountain if they don't. So look, at least that we got the fountain and the restaurants and all of that behind Cindy.
And we don't know what time the dances are, but
Yeah.
we'll wait and see.
Yeah,
a little
we'll wait
bit.
and see. Let's
I'm
go and
not sure
let's
we'll
wander
be
to the cathedral and see what that looks like at night. So here's the main cathedral at night. We'll probably come back tomorrow when it's open. But we just wanted to have a look. we just wander around it and just see what's around.
This is called the Granada Cathedral, eh?
Yeah, this is the Granada Cathedral. Very nice, eh? So we managed to get a nice view of the one side of the cathedral at night. It's quite hard because the streets are quite narrow here. But, oh, it looks like it's still, is it still, no, is it closed?
No, I think it's closed.
Okay.
It's super impressive.
Super impressive, eh? Just to see it lit up like that is incredible, eh?
I'm looking forward to seeing it tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll try and go in, eh? You still awake?
Just.
Yeah, it looks like the cathedral might be open. So we're gonna... Okay. No photo. So we managed to go in and we sat for a while because there was a mass on, so we weren't allowed to film or anything. Yeah. But it is so impressive in there.
Unbelievably big. I don't think I've ever been in such a big cathedral.
Yeah, it was so impressive, and it was a lovely feeling just sitting there and
just peaceful.
Lovely. Doing mass with the people, and it was a great experience. Eh? But sadly we couldn't share it with you guys. Yeah, it's just so beautiful around here. And then look at this building. So let's head back to that square, see if there's any flamenco. Otherwise, we're going home.
Otherwise, it's bedtime.
Yeah. But look at this, Manny. Look at this building in front of us. And the cathedral. Look at the spires up here. Wow. So we just caught a little bus up to a new area, Sacromonte in Granada. How much did the bus cost, mate?
Each trip on the bus is only €1.60 each.
Which is pretty good.
Very good.
So what we do, we catch the bus up the hill and then walk down. But look at this lovely... Look at this. Beautiful. So we're in this area called Sacromonte, where the houses are built into the cliffs, into the mountain caves, and they say this is one of the birthplaces of flamenco in Spain, and these cliffs were discovered in the 1500s, and it's got a very large gypsy community here as well. So you can see how the houses are built. There's a guy literally building his house into that cave. That is so cool. Yeah, we've arrived at the Sacromonte Museum here at the top of the hill. Quite a walk, eh?
Sure, it's quite a steep climb.
I'm panting.
Me too, but it's actually not too far.
And here it is.
And apparently...
Looks like houses into the caves and apparently, sorry?
Apparently it's €5 each to go in.
Okay.
So we have to get, and you get an audio.
Oh, okay, cool.
A free audio guide.
But look, it shows you some of the homes.
Here's a map of the place. And there's 11 cave dwellings apparently too.
Okay. Well, I think we should do it.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So this is our first cave dwelling we're going to go into. I've got to put it on the QR code to get the English.
Living quarters.
Oh, is this the living quarters?
Sure. Look at this.
So, is it cool?
This is very cool.
Okay.
And apparently they lived here until the mid-20th century.
Well, in these particular ones, there's still people living like this in this area.
In these ones, mid-20th, that's like recent.
I think you can even get like an Airbnb or a hotel like this. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah,
I think you can.
I've seen it.
I would get claustrophobic though.
Yeah,
I could do it. I need windows.
Yeah, but look at the implements. Wow, look at this, eh? How cool is this?
There's some photo
of the family.
Inhabitants.
Yeah, I know a lot of Roma families. The gypsies used to stay here. I think there's still a lot in the area. Jeez.
I couldn't sleep in that.
Hey?
It's so closed.
Yeah, well, never mind you and I fitting on that bed.
No, that's a single bed.
So next time we go into the stables, and sometimes they broke a hole through the wall because they used the animal's body heat, and they made this like a second bedroom.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the white stuff you guys are seeing on the walls is lime. So this is where the horses, the mules, donkeys, whatever.
At least they could keep warm.
Yeah. So.
Although I wonder if it's hot in here in summer.
Well, this is bigger than the accommodation.
I wonder if in summer it's really hot in here.
Well, I think it's cool because it's a cave.
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah. So even the chickens have a home. They dug little caves for the chickens, going all the way back there. The next one is a basket, like a workshop for making baskets. Yeah. Baskets. So this probably made baskets for use, maybe for selling.
Anything out of basket. This looks like it could be.
Oh, that's a hammock. Yeah, that's probably sleep in that. That's nice. This is really lovely. This museum's well worth it.
It's something unique.
Like, we've traveled a lot. I've never seen anything like this.
No,
maybe Cappadocia. I don't know.
Yeah, but we
haven't been there. Yeah, we've been to Turkey, but not Cappadocia. Next on the bucket list.
Yeah.
And we found the kitchen. Oh, this is cool. Hey?
You mind your head.
Yeah, mind my head. Yeah, that's very.
I'm not too sure a cave would be a good idea for you.
No, can you imagine? I'd be unconscious all the time. But that's pretty cool. Eh?
Very cool.
This is so cozy, though. Imagine.
And look, there's a fireplace. They make a fire behind you.
Oh, there's a little fireplace. Check that out.
But where does the smoke go?
There must be a chimney. Is there a chimney?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've dug a... Yeah, there's a chimney. That is so cool. Yeah, there's proof. There's a little chimney they've built. Incredible. So gives a great idea of what these places are. They check the house built in there, and he's building other caves in there.
Sure.
And then, look at that. There's the Alhambra.
And you notice the two sides. There's vegetation on the one side,
yeah,
and houses on the other. There's it's like very different.
Very different. Now look at that. Beautiful, hey? My honey, can you see inside the Alhambra?
No.
Because that's about the closest we're going to go get to seeing inside the Alhambra.
You can't see inside, but you can see close enough.
So you tried this morning again
to get tickets
on their official website.
And actually, there was
two tickets
available. We went on, and it just took forever to load.
And eventually timed out, and then we couldn't get them again.
No, unfortunately.
Yeah, but lovely viewpoint, yeah.
Yeah, stunning.
So the sun is out, but we found out the word Sacromonte means sacred mountain, holy mountain. Yeah. And it was because some leaden texts were found that had been done by a Moorish scholar to try and combine Christianity and Islam. But they're considered holy by the Catholic Church, and hopefully we'll see them at the Abbey. We're going to go to the Sacromonte Abbey. We're going to try and get there. Yeah, we're going to try and get there. So it's been a great place, eh?
It's been really interesting. I love these caves.
Yeah. Imagine going to school here, in amongst the caves, and with the Alhambra as your view. Lovely, beautiful trees around here as well. Yeah, as we are walking around Sacromonte, we come across an old shrine here. Beautiful. And then look at this home. Look at that. Hey? Look how beautiful that is. Is it a restaurant?
I think it's a house.
That's insane. So we've just walked up the biggest hill to the Sacromonte Abbey. And it's quite large. But I believe there might be a museum here, or just views. So we're looking forward to that. This is the Sacromonte Abbey. It looks like the original abbey. And this is where the holy caves are located. This is where the leaden tablets were found that led to the founding of this abbey, the whole abbey, but in the 1500s. So we're just wandering around trying to find anything we can. It's not a lot of info, eh?
No.
But it's very beautiful around here. Lots of nature if you're into nature. Oh, can you go into the caves? Oh, you can't go in.
You can't go in, but you can. I don't know.
So down into here is the holy caves. I don't know how you get in there. We'll have to try and find out. So here at Sacromonte Abbey, we were going to do the tour, but the actual tablets, the lead tablets here, aren't the original ones.
That's a copy of them.
Yeah, and entrance
fee is €7,
which is not bad at all.
It's not bad.
But we just felt we'd rather
do something else.
Yeah, it's just another church. We'd rather spend it on a nice cathedral or a
nice meal.
Or maybe go to flamenco this evening
hopefully.
if we can find a spot. So, my honey, are you excited?
Look what we got.
We got tickets for the flamenco
tonight
in a cave. here in the Sacromonte area, and this is we're going to come here tonight. It was €20, which is quite a good price, and we're going to come here and includes a drink, and this is where we're going to come tonight. This looks really nice. You sit at the tables here, and this looks going to be amazing. So we've walked quite a bit, but we're stopping here, and we're going to have a coffee. Cindy's found a coffee spot, but look at this lovely area here, hey?
Yeah, there's a
whole lot of restaurants along here. And then that's your view, my honey.
Can't get much better than that.
You can't get much better. Can we sit at the table next to us, just because I'm looking at a pole on when I sit down?
Oh my goodness. That's our usual thing. We have to move a few times.
What a beautiful setting for a cup of coffee, hey? People walking past, little restaurant. We got our coffees and our un poco leche.
Means new words. That means
a little bit of milk.
A little bit of milk.
And that's our view. I tell you,
coffee was €2.20.
well, we think.
That's what we were told.
Yeah, that's what we were told. But truly, how blessed are we?
Yeah, so blessed.
When we do stuff like this, we just realize, wow, just so blessed. And as we said, flamenco tonight, my honey. You excited?
Yay.
This is Cindy's thing, yeah. So she's looking really excited today. Just where we're sitting. See, that's a Spanish guitar. It's lovely, eh? Another way to get around is the Granada City tour. So you get towed around like this. Hey? That's quite interesting. I prefer what we did with walking.
I prefer walking.
Yeah. So literally in Granada there is just too much.
It's actually overwhelming because every corner there's just something to see.
So this is the Plaza Santo Domingo, I think. But look at this beautiful paintings here, and look at this building. This church is just incredible, and then there's a statue. So this is the Plaza Santo Domingo. And there's just there's just so much, guys. If you have any information on this church, let us know, because we're kind of overwhelmed. But it's amazing. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. Look at that. You got the nachis, and then we think it's cherry blossoms, and beautiful homes, and a little square here. Just absolutely beautiful.
And hopefully we can find the Carrefour Express to get some food.
Yeah, to get some food for tonight. So tonight we're coming to do the flamenco, as we said. Looking forward to it, coming into the cave here in the Sacromonte area. It's looking lovely. This looks great. There we go. So Cindy's got a glass of wine. I think it's the first time you ordered a glass of wine since we've been out.
Yeah.
And I got a Alhambra special. So that looks good.
You're really excited.
And are you excited?
Very excited for tonight.
Yeah, there's the guy playing guitar behind us.
Warming up.
Warming up. And there's the front of the stage, and this is all cave like we were in earlier on, covered in lime. So Cindy's finished her wine, and I finished my beer, and now we're on to the sangria.
We haven't had sangria yet.
Hey? Have you tasted it yet?
No, let's taste it. That's really nice, not too sweet.
Is it good? So how did you enjoy that?
Wow, that was amazing.
Yeah, can't believe it started off slow and then it just took
I'm
off.
exhausted just watching her.
Yeah, she was amazing, eh? Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, it was,
Well worth it.
Yeah, well worth it, especially in the cave.
Yeah.
So that's what the Alhambra looks like at night in the rain. We're walking back from the flamenco in the rain. There's Cindy. Hello, my gorgeous. Did you enjoy that?
That was great, but now it's freezing.
Are you enjoying this?
No.
But
How long is it to walk home?
20 minutes still. But look at this, look at that at night time, the Alhambra. So my gorgeous, tell me, how did you enjoy Granada?
Granada was great. Just a little bit of a letdown in that you couldn't get it into the Alhambra, and that was your one of the things.
That was one of the things, but we learned a major lesson there. Yeah. In Europe, you've got to sometimes pre-book. But we got to see so many other amazing things like
so much history,
the flamenco and the history, and just wandering the streets and experiencing was amazing.
The flamenco in the cave was very cool.
Yeah, so we had an amazing time in Granada. We really recommend it. And again, guys, thank you so much for following us, for watching our videos. Please remember to press like, subscribe, to share, to comment. And also in the description below, you can follow us on Instagram or Facebook, and it'll show you where we are at the moment. Yeah. Because the videos running are a little bit behind.
2 weeks behind, I think.
Yeah, some of them, yeah. But have an amazing day, and God bless.
Thanks for your support.
Yeah, thanks for your support, and God bless.